I'm holding the first American breech loader. This is a model 1819 Hall built at the Harper's Ferry Armory in Virginia. And the salient features are that you did not have to ram a bullet or a ball down the muzzle. You could open the breech and load it very quickly. The breech tilts up. It's got a hole in it here. You drop in a cartridge packet, usually composed of paper. The bullet was part of the packet. Prime the pan, and you are ready to fire the weapon.
But like others before it, the Hall rifle did not have a tight seal between breech and barrel. Gases escaped, lessening the force that propelled the bullet. The solution to this would come from a former assistant of John Hall. Christian Sharps had worked under the direction of Hall at the Harper's Ferry Armory. In 1840, he left Harper's Ferry and set out to design his own breech loader.
Christian Sharps came up with an effective breech loader, whereas you would drop the lever, slide in a linen-wrapped cartridge, close the lever, which would effectively cut off the back of it, exposing powder. This was an effective gas seal that would eliminate any hot gases flying back, bursting back into the shooter's face.
Finally, a dependable rifle had arrived which could be loaded from the breech and fired with much greater speed than muzzle loaders. The Sharps breech loader gained fame during the fight over slavery in Kansas in the 1850s. They were called Beecher's Bibles, as the abolitionist Henry Ward Beecher had claimed that one Sharps rifle had more moral power in the slavery debate than 100 Bibles. The rifle gained additional notoriety when a more radical abolitionist, John Brown, used a shipment of Sharps in his ill-fated attempt to take over the Harper's Ferry Armory in 1859. But it was during the Civil War that the Sharps' reputation soared. It was a particular favorite of the cavalry. On July 1st, 1863, dismounted regiments of John Buford's Union cavalry, armed with Sharps carbines, defended the high ground at the first day's fighting at Gettysburg. Because of the faster rate of fire of their breech loaders, Buford's troopers were able to hold off an entire Confederate division until help at last arrived. Their action contributed enormously to the Union victory. The fast-firing Sharps had made a difference in the fight. In the final years of the Civil War, ammunition took an enormous step forward with the introduction of the first self-contained metallic cartridge.
Without a doubt, the most revolutionary single design in the evolution of firearms is the self-contained metallic-cased cartridge. It allowed for greater velocities, greater power, and it really opened up the world of invention for firearms.
The Sharps strong breech was ideal for the heavier charges of metallic cartridges, and after the war, it became the gun of choice for western buffalo hunters. With the Sharps, a hunter could fire at long range without spooking his prey. Such powerful rifles destroyed the vast herds of buffalo, which once filled the American prairie.